It's 2023 and that can only mean one thing. Well, it means quite a lot of things, but one of the things it means is there's going to be lots of new TV. It also means that some of our favourite shows are going to be returning to our screens. So let's take a look at what we know so far about what the TV calendar of 2023 will have to offer us. Hello and welcome to Screen OD, the channel for people who love TV, movies and streaming. My name's Tim, I'm an editor and a journalist who has been writing and talking about the media industry for more than 15 years. Today we're going to look at the shows that are exciting everyone for 2023. Now we don't know if these shows are going to be good yet because we haven't seen the shows, but we do know a little bit about some of them, and of course there are lots of things yet to be announced, as is the way things work in the world of TV. Also, we are going to be looking at some of the shows that are returning, some big favourites from the last few years which are coming back for big seasons, and we'll be looking at what we know about which ones are likely to come back in the next year. Now, obviously the caveat goes with this that most of the things that we're going to talk about today haven't been put firmly in the schedules, either on streaming services or on broadcasters yet, so they may not actually end up being on in 2023. In fact, we don't know exactly when a lot of them will be shown. Those where we do know exact dates, I'll try and point them out, but it's early in 2023, so anything in TV scheduling terms can still happen. Right, let's start with, well, our first show.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on?
You haven't seen the world, so you don't know. You keep going for family.
The Last of Us is a big apocalyptic drama based on a video game from HBO, which remind you perhaps a little bit of The Walking Dead. If you can't wait until season 3 of The Mandalorian to see more of Pedro Pascal, then you're going to be pleased because he is the star of this show, a man who is trying to smuggle a teenage girl who has some sort of mysteriously amazing DNA across America. But of course, things are not going to be simple. This co-stars Bella Ramsey as well in a show that I think will get people talking.
What did you see?
It's been the best part of 20 years since Sarah Michelle Gellar played Buffy, but she's back in a supernatural thriller in the shape of Wolfpack. This one explores what happens when a California wildfire appears to awaken some creature in the forest. The teenagers are in trouble, and how will Sarah Michelle Gellar's character be able to solve this mystery?
What's it like? Always knowing the truth.
There's nothing mystical about it. I could just tell.
When anyone is lying.
Yeah.
Poker Face stars Natasha Lyonne, who you will know from Netflix's hit Russian Doll. She, in this 10-part mystery a week show, is off solving crimes because she has the ability to tell when people are lying. There's something quite old-fashioned about this concept, but it feels like it's been brought right up to date.
Hello, my lady. Are you in need of assistance of some kind?
I am quite fine, thank you. You can go back inside and wait with all the other gawkers.
I will, but first, I'm curious. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're doing something.
I am not.
You are.
I am not.
You are.
If you can't wait for Bridgerton Season 3, well, you're just going to have to. There is something that can fill that void for a little while whilst you're rewatching Seasons 1 and 2 in the shape of Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story, which will act as a prequel to the Bridgerton series, which follows the story of how Queen Charlotte managed to fall in love with her husband-to-be, King George. This is also made by Shonda Rhimes and also on Netflix, so I'm sure it's going to be just what you ordered, if indeed you ordered a prequel series that's a bit like Bridgerton.
What's going on?
Ask her.
What is it? What are they there for? What's wrong?
Molly, what exactly is happening?
In 10.
From the master storyteller Russell T Davies, who of course is now showrunner of Doctor Who, this is one of the last dramas that he was involved with before taking over the BBC's Sci-fi show once again. Nolly tells the story of Noel Gordon, who was once one of the biggest stars on TV but was shockingly fired from Crossroads. Now 40 years later, the show will tell us what happened, and this is a drama that stars Helena Bonham Carter in the main role and is one that you will definitely want to be watching.
Gentlemen, the president needs men of action. Your new mission is to make sure he wins this election.
What are we talking about here?
Sabotage, espionage, infiltration, bare-knuckle tactics. Same shit they do to us every election.
We have recruited covert operatives to plant surveillance inside the Watergate.
Directed by Veep's David Mandel, this looks like it's going to be a classy and a glossy 5-part limited series from HBO, which tells the Watergate story from a slightly different angle. Once again, it stars Woody Harrelson and Justin Theroux as E. Howard Hunt and G. Gordon Liddy, who are two of Nixon's fixers, and that's not easy to say. The White House Plumbers is released in March 2023 by HBO and will be available to watch on Sky and Now in the UK. Daisy Jones and the Six is released on March the 3rd on Prime Video. This is a documentary, and it's based on a 1970s fictional band from LA. It's also based on a book by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This will have lots of sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us. This is just the beginning.
This is my war alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want.
How did we get this far into 2023 without mentioning a Marvel TV series? I don't know how we did it, but we did do it, but we haven't done it anymore because Secret Invasion is a Marvel TV series. This one focuses on Nick Fury, and we find out more about Samuel L. Jackson's character. This is being billed as a crossover event in the Marvel world, and that means we're going to see other people from the Marvel universe turn up. So expect thrills, spills, and secret surprises in this series, which will be highly anticipated by comic book fans.
7, 8. Lick it, spank it, drop it. Camera, money, more, orgy.
The Idol is a dark and twisted series set in the music industry, co-created by Sam Levinson of Euphoria fame and Abel the Weeknd Tesfaye. It also stars Lily Rose Depp as a pop singer who goes to a self-help guru, played by Tesfaye, to try to get help. However, they fall in love, and it turns out he's not just a self-help guru, he's also a cult leader. Expect surprises in this one. As you can see from the trailer, it's going to be intense. We will never reach peak Star Wars, and just like we need more Marvel, we need more Star Wars TV series in our lives. And in Ahsoka Tano, we have Rosario Dawson's character with her own series in a spin-off from The Mandalorian. This one will take place in a similar time frame, just after the events of Return of the Jedi. Dreamland will be on Sky in 2023 and is adapted from Sharon Horgan's BAFTA-winning short film. This is a show that is described as a dark comedic exploration of multi-generational female relationships. It stars Lily Allen and Freema Agyeman, who many may recognise from her time as a Doctor Who companion. And speaking of Doctor Who companions, Catherine Tate has a new show in 2023 on BBC One called Queen of Oz, which is about a fictional princess who's kind of been partying pretty hard for quite a lot of her life, and she is sent to Australia to take over the throne there by her father, and I imagine comedy will ensue. Another big show from the BBC in 2023, a very different tone to it, the drama Best Interests, which is from Jack Thorne, who's of course a BAFTA-winning writer, and this one stars Sharon Horgan and Michael Sheen, who play a married couple who have 2 daughters, one of whom has a life-threatening condition. The doctors believe it's in her best interests to allow her to die, but her family disagree, and so the setup for the show and a legal process begins. This is going to be a tough one to watch, but looks like incredibly compelling drama.
He's to us, the Lords.
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 A Town Called Malice is about the Lord family and is a crime thriller and a drama which has been billed as a musical love letter to the 80s. This one is about a family of London gangsters who move to Spain to try out their luck in a different place.
Welcome to Godolphin University. It's a safe space for you to thrive.
Set in the same universe as The Boys Season 3, this spin-off from the Prime Video hit The Boys is one that we expect to be a hit in its own right. This is a college environment for people with special powers. What could possibly go wrong? Funny Woman will be available on Sky in 2023 and stars Gemma Arterton as Barbara Parker in a Nick Hornby adaptation. This is about a young woman from Blackpool who makes her way in the world of show business and turns from beauty queen to superstar of comedy and wins over the nation's hearts in the 1960s. Before we move on to returning shows in 2023, it's worth noting that there is one other big one that is on its way. We're not sure if it's going to come in 2023. There's not much known about it beyond the fact that Masters of the Air is being made for Apple TV+. This is the reuniting of Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks producing the 3rd series that they have made that is about the Second World War. It started with the epic Band of Brothers, and then there was the Pacific, and next comes Masters of the Air. This is a show that I'm sure is going to be brilliant. Now, whether we get it in 2023 or not, we're not quite sure at the moment, but it looks like it is on the way fairly soon, and it's not on HBO this time, it's on Apple TV+. So that's definitely one worth looking out for in this year. Now, I know that there are lots of shows that haven't been mentioned there. That's just a flavour of some of the best things that are coming up in 2023 and some of the shows that are getting a lot of attention right now. There'll be more announced as the year goes on, and of course Screen OD will be the place to be if you want to find out more about them. Now let's turn our attention to shows that have new seasons hopefully coming out in 2023. We've got a mix of shows that we know definitely are going to happen in 23 and some that we're hoping we'll get another season of very soon.
Everything I try to do, people turn against me. I'm 100 feet tall. These people are pygmies.
Here they are. The Rebel Alliance. New Gen Royce. We have a song to sing.
Just when you thought it was safe to put your private jets away, the Roy family are back for Succession Season 4. What could happen next in this family at war?
This is the one that you saved? You are as its father. A clan of 2.
The Mandalorian is a massive success story for Disney in their TV versions of Star Wars, and although they have made quite a few series now, this is definitely the original and many would say the best. It's back for a 3rd season, which will have Star Wars on the small screen fans rejoicing in 2023. It's on the 1st of March, so not long to go. And while you're on Disney Plus, why not tune in for Loki Season 2, which will be coming to Marvel fan screens at some point during the year too. If you are on Prime Video in 2023 and your Amazon subscription is completely active, you will have access to not 1, not 2, but 3 Season 2s that I can think of. There are The Wheel of Time Season 2 is coming soon. You have Carnival Row Season 2, and possibly the most exciting of the Season 2s of all is Good Omens Season 2, which sees the return of David Tennant and Michael Sheen in the brilliant fantasy series. You also have on Prime Video Season 3 of Picard. So that's 3 2s and a 3. That's not bad for one little bit of video, is it? Sorry, there was one other Season 2 on Prime Video. Clarkson's Farm Season 2 is available from the 10th of February. Over on Netflix, we have a number of returning series expected in 2023. Sex Education Season 4 should be airing at some point this year, as well as an expectation of a new season, the second season of Heartstopper, which was the coming-of-age drama which made a huge splash on TV last year. We're also expecting to see Squid Game Season 2 at some point during 2023. And there is also a kind of Squid Game challenge show, which is a kind of reality spin-off from Squid Game, which if you've ever seen Mr. Beast's version of Squid Game, sounds quite similar to that. That will be on Netflix this year as well. We'll also hope to see Top Boy Season 3 during 2023. And Never Have I Ever Season 4 should be available at some point during this year, as well as perhaps I think we're going to see the final season, Season 6 of The Crown, which after all of the revelations around the royal family from the Harry book and all of the stuff that's gone on in recent times, feels like that will be a very talked about show as well. So there's lots to look forward to if you are following a lot of those big Netflix shows as well. I don't think we'll see Stranger Things, the final part, in 2023. I think we might have to wait until at least 2024 to see that.
Sometimes I think there's something missing. Like I had something lovely, and it's gone.
One show that we know is definitely returning in 2023 is Doctor Who. In fact, we think there will probably be 4 episodes of Doctor Who in 2023. We know that there are going to be 3 episodes in November 2023, which will coincide with the 60th birthday of the show. We also know that these episodes are going to start the return of David Tennant, who of course once played the 10th Doctor, but will be returning to play the 14th Doctor in these 3 special episodes. We're also going to see Catherine Tate back as Donna Noble by his side, and the introduction of new characters, one called Rose, who's going to be played by Yasmin Finney, who's in Heartstopper, and we'll also see Neil Patrick Harris in those shows as well, playing an unnamed enemy at the moment. There's lots and lots of other guests I'm sure are going to be involved in it, some who've been announced, some who will be surprises and announcements as it goes along. After that, we are promised a festive special, the first full episode with Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor in Doctor Who, with his new companion Ruby Sunday, who's played by former Coronation Street star Millie Gibson. That will be around the festive period, and then we will see the rest of season 14 of Doctor Who in 2024. So an exciting year for Doctor Who fans. We are also going to see the return, hopefully on Apple TV Plus, of probably the best show of 2022, which was Severance, which is the thriller, which is executive produced by Ben Stiller and stars Adam Scott. That dystopian show we're hoping to see another instalment of this year, and that's very much something to look forward to. We're looking forward to hopefully seeing the final part of The Handmaid's Tale, which of course has been epic in its proportions and has got more and more exciting as it's gone on. There will be a 4th installment of True Detective coming in 2023, hopefully, and perhaps a 2nd season of The Bear, which was the FX show which you saw on Disney Plus in the UK, starring Jeremy Allen White as a chef who comes to run his family's sandwich restaurant after the suicide of his brother. That's a fantastic show last year, and we're hoping to see another part of that as well. And of course, finally and certainly not least in the list, we are going to see the return of a show in the UK that's been away for a while, but was an institution in reality terms in the shape of Big Brother, which is going to be on ITV in the UK. We're looking at probably in the autumn of 2023. Right, so that's it for now. There's a lot of shows there, some that are new, some that are returning. I know it's not an exhaustive list, but this is just some of the highlights of shows that are available at the moment that we know are definitely on, and some that we're speculating will probably be on during this year. But what shows are you looking forward to in 2023? Don't forget to put them in the comments below. Hopefully you found the video interesting, insightful, entertaining, or perhaps a combination of all of those things. If you have, please do hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Screen OD for all the best TV and streaming information direct to your feed. We'll see you again. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.